The hell did we do now?
The year 2020 wasn't exactly how we pictured it would be. When the year started, we thought that the new year would bring in a lot of opportunities, which it did in some ways. But everything pretty much came to a standstill when the global health situation broke out and took the world by storm. Advised to stay indoors, there's a limit to what people can do, right? And most of us adjusted in more ways than one. Although the year hasn't exactly been great, it's good to know that we always have Netflix to rely on when work from home setups are tiring you out or you're just plain bored. But with thousands of original titles to choose from, how exactly are you supposed to filter out the cream of the crop? Well, worry not, because today we've compiled a list of must-watch Netflix originals that have wowed the audience in 2020.
But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple.
Number 1. The Babysitters Club. Starting this list is the reboot of the HBO series of the same name. The Babysitters Club, or BSC, was based on the novel series by the same name by Anne M. Martin. The series tells the story of 5 teenagers who take on babysitting jobs in the picturesque neighborhood of Stony Brook in Connecticut. What's become more lovable about this remake in comparison to the 1990 release is that the timeline is updated to the modern world of electronics and social media. Number 2. Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit is a limited series that premiered in October 2020 and stars Anna Taylor-Joy as Beth Harmon, the chess prodigy who rose to fame at the game. This Netflix adaptation was also based on Walter Tevis's 1983 novel of the same name. The series tells the story of an orphaned young girl named Beth Harmon, who discovers her talent at the game of chess as she rises to fame to be the best chess player in the world while also battling addiction issues. Number 3. Dark Season 3. The third and final installment of the season Dark is also one of those series that is noteworthy to watch and will get you hooked from the pilot episode alone. The series premiered back in 2017 and tells the story of 2 people missing in a small German town. It turns out to just be the tip of the iceberg to a story that involves the concept of space and time, light and dark. Number 4. Cheer. If you think this is just your ordinary high school drama that involves a lot of cheerleading, then think again. Cheer follows the story of, what else? Cheerleading and one school in particular, the Navarro College cheerleading team at Navarro Community College in Corsicana, Texas. The show depicts how much competitiveness, grit, and determination there is in the sport and how extreme it is. I'm pretty sure after watching this, you'll never look at cheerleading the same way again. Number 5. Sex Education Season 2. Coming back a second season, Sex Education has shared a lot of its uncomfortable but necessary topics that need to come to light, especially nowadays. Sex Education depicts the life of Otis, a socially awkward teenager whose mom works as a sex therapist. To improve his status at school, he teams up with Maeve, the school's resident bad girl and sarcastic outcast, to form an underground sex therapy clinic at their school. Following the events of the first season, Season 2 touches on the topics of consent, sexuality, and female pleasure, among many other topics which are much-needed education for everyone. Number 6. Unorthodox. Also making it into this list is Unorthodox, a limited series that tells the story of a young Hasidic Jewish woman who runs away from her home in Brooklyn and an arranged marriage to the bustling streets of Berlin, Germany. A series of self-discovery and individuality, the show is full of wonderful performances that are sure to captivate you as you progress. This show is based on the New York Times bestselling memoir of the same name by Deborah Feldman. Number 7. Ratchet. Another one of Ryan Murphy's creations comes Ratchet, which is led by American Horror Story star Sarah Paulson. The story is set in 1947 at the fictional Lucia State Hospital and is led by Mildred Ratchet. The series begins with Ratchet starting her work there and details how she slowly descends from a dutiful nurse into becoming a full-fledged monster to her patients. Number 8. The Crown. 4th season. Already in its 4th season, The Crown has been on the must-watch list of audiences around the world. Based on the award-winning play by Peter Morgan, this drama chronicles the life of Queen Elizabeth from the 1940s to modern times. And in this season, the marriage of the late Princess Diana to Prince Charles is depicted while the Queen clashes with Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher in the 1980s. Number 9. Never Have I Ever. This new comedy drama series is created by Mindy Kaling and tells the story of a short-tempered Debbie who enters her 2nd year in high school while also grieving the death of her father. Because of that tragic event, she suffered from paralysis for a short while, but was able to overcome it. Her short fuse often leads her to difficult situations, but overall it's a heartwarming story of handling grief realistically. Number 10. Bridgerton Season 1. This series came exactly like the perfect gift of love and romance for the holidays. Bridgerton premiered on December 25, 2020, and the show focuses on the blossoming love story of Daphne Bridgerton in London's high society. It's based on Julia Quinn's best-selling novels, and for sure there's more to look forward to. Number 11. Dead to Me Season 2. The second season of this dark comedy drama came in as powerfully as it did on its premiere. It tells the story of two unlikely women, Jen and Judy, who became friends at a local support group, but their friendship hangs in a thread due to a shocking secret. This show exhibits the weird side of loss, grief, and forgiveness. Number 12. Unsolved Mysteries Volume 1 and 2. Based on the title alone, the show is all about mysteries. So here's to all my thrill and mystery-loving people out there. It's a reboot of the 90s television show. Be warned though, since it's non-fiction, it has a lot of mysteries and cliffhangers and we'll never know if they'll be solved or not. Each episode varies from disappearance cases to paranormal ones to bizarre occurrences, so take your pick. Number 13. Blood of Zeus. And let's not leave off of this list the Netflix original animated series that retells Greek mythology in a story packed with action and adventure. It details the life of a local commoner in Greece who discovers that he's the son of Zeus. Along with this revelation comes a purpose: to save the world from its doom at the hands of a demonic army. Don't be fooled by the animation, since the show is also full of drama akin to your regular TV series. Number 14. Immigration Nation. The Immigration Nation is a limited 6-part documentary series that encapsulates the daily lives at work of immigration and customs enforcement agents, lawmakers, attorneys, officers, and an array of undocumented immigrants that span from longtime residents to recent arrivals to deported U.S. military personnel. The series was shot over 3 years and was shot by Shaul Schwartz and Christina Cluso. Number 15. Love is Blind Season 1. A reality dating show that quickly became one of Netflix's biggest reality dramas, Love is Blind is about 30 singles from Atlanta on a specially built blind dating setup. The men and women live in separate quarters and go on dates in small pods where they're separated by a glass wall and can only hear each other speak. After dating for 10 days, they need to get engaged or go home. Number 16. Dash and Lily. Another one that came in during the holidays, Dash and Lily is a sweet and holiday-themed romantic story about young love and living in the moment. The show stars are Austin Abrams and Midori Francis as Dash and Lily. Number 17. Gentified. Gentified tells the story of 3 Mexican-American cousins and their pursuit of the American dream. But chasing the dream comes with a cost, which requires the things that they hold most dear: their neighborhood, their immigrant grandfather, and their family-owned taco shop. Bilingual at its finest, the show is what you get when you make a series about family, community, and love. Number 18. The Umbrella Academy. Included in the growing list of graphic novels turned to TV adaptations, The Umbrella Academy belongs right up this alley. Based on the comics by My Chemical Romance's frontman Gerard Way, it tells the story of the Hargreaves siblings, all born on the same day to different mothers. But that's not all there is to it. The siblings have their special superpowers to fight crime. But is it enough to save the world? The show has a killer soundtrack and quite a lot of adventures along the way. Number 19. The Haunting of Bly Manor. The second series of The Haunting, created by Mike Flanagan, the series boasts the same cast who put together the Hill House Haunting, but this time, the story is set in a different time and place. The series is about a young American woman who takes up a job as an au pair in the Grand Bly Manor. Little did she know that she got more than what she bargained for, and add to that the fact that she also has her trauma to deal with. The Haunting of Bly Manor is a drama worth watching. Number 20. Tiger King. Murder, mayhem, and madness. If you're looking for something bizarre and extraordinary with a little bit of mystery in it, then I suggest you binge watch Tiger King. This documentary series depicts the life of zookeeper Joe Exotic, and yes, it is a true story. The series chronicles what happened in the life of this peculiar zookeeper and even includes interviews from people who were part of the Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin fight. Number 21. The Circle Season 1. When you combine Catfish and Big Brother, the result would be this reality series in which everything is not how it seems to be. A new competition series, the show is designed to bring out a person's innermost thoughts and behavior brought out by dire circumstances. It's centered on a group of seemingly loud, very online humans brought into an apartment complex, kept in isolation, and only allowed to communicate through a social media network called, you guessed it, The Circle. Number 2. Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. The series narrates the arrest and suicide of Jeffrey Epstein, one of the most controversial and scandalous figures of all time. It includes statements from the survivors which eventually convicted him as a sexual offender. It shows in detail how he used his power to abuse and carry out his exploitative activities. Number 23. The Stranger. For those of you who are a fan of mysteries and thrill, I'm pretty sure The Stranger is right up your alley. The plot is about a stranger who runs around town revealing people's secrets. Her reasons for doing so vary with each occasion. Sometimes she does it to help reveal the truth, while some other times she blackmails for money. The series is another one of Netflix's adaptations of a novel of the same name by Harlan Coben. Number 24. Defy Bloods. If you want a show brimming with historical references, flashes of combat actions, and directional flourishes, then this show is for you. It tells the story of 4 elderly Black Army veterans who returned to Vietnam to recover the remains of their dead squad leader while also on the quest to search for the treasure they buried years ago in the jungle. The storyline seems simple enough, but thanks to Spike Lee's direction, it has so much to show thanks to how it's depicted and brought to life by the actors' performances. Number 25. Lenox Hill. And finally, we have Lenox Hill, a limited series that depicts the lives of 4 doctors' struggles as they make their way through the highs and lows of the renowned Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City. So that concludes our list of must-watch Netflix originals for 2020. For more content like this, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching!